for streaming today. Now that I know that, okay, we're gonna do this, I'm more prepared. Hello, I'm Brad Fraser. This is Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown. This is day 3 of my Noelrun. So yeah, Noel. Yeah, you can totally kill Tuvok. We almost killed Tuvok. In my personal run, the one that worked when I turned the difficulty down. So again, this game is too hard. We're probably gonna die. Okay. But in my personal run, I killed 7, like right after I got her. Now, I want you to think about the last 4 seasons of Voyager if there's no 7 of 9. Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah, and she's just not there. But yeah, we kept Tuvok from dying. Yay. We had to kill the thief to do it. Not so yay. Not very Starfleet. But we are kind of stuck in the middle of the Delta Quadrant. Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead. All right, so we're in Sector 2. I think there's like 10 sectors in this game. So it's not like one per season, which would make sense, but that's not the way it's set up. Okay, we haven't done any of the main plot yet for this sector. The main plot of this sector is food. Because currently, everything's offline. Because we didn't have any power. Switch on our power. Yes. So, I mean, we have engineering. We can turn engineering up. But then it uses more fuel. We can work on the life support, but we need more duranium for that. We can upgrade the mess hall. Upgrading the mess hall would actually be a really good move right now. In fact, I'm gonna... Oh, it's not available until we conduct the main plot. So let's conduct the main plot. Because basically, upgrading that gives us the option to use just normal food without replicators. It's either replicators or ration bars, and that's it. Those are only options right now. Okay, we've improved our fire rate. Okay, so engineering. We did something. I don't think we noticed. I don't think we made a big deal out of it. The modified trajector matrix. So when we went to that shore leave and we traded technology, modified trajector matrix causes us to fly inside of star systems 10% faster. It's a huge upgrade. It is a huge upgrade. But we need Tier 2 engineering to unlock it. So, we need 70 science to get to Tier 2 engineering. So right now we only have 60 science. So we need more science. We're only getting 1 science per turn from our science lab. So we could build another science lab. That's an option. Well, unfortunately, we don't have the duranium for that. Or we can just wait 10 turns and then do Tier 2, which is probably what we need to do. All right, so we are in the process of charging our battery. In fact, our battery is fully charged. Let's resume building this one. Yeah. We paused because we ran out of power. Of course, we won't have to worry about running out of power we've got enough power. So I'm going to turn down our warp core since we're not storing any extra stuff in our battery. Once we get that working, then we can do that. I wonder what happens if I turn this off. We keep the charge? Yeah, okay. So we only turn this on to charge it or use it, the power. We can just turn it off and leave it charged and just store it in energy. Right. But we can save the power it takes to operate this, because this takes power to run. Hi, Kitty. What's up? Kitty says hello. All right. So what are we doing? We are flying over to this planet. Captain, we reached our destination. Orders? Send an away team. Okay. So Talaxian has a special move here, so we want to use Neelix. All right. So looking at what we can expect on this planet, we have Starfleet protocol necessary. That's the most necessary thing. We have 3 instances of science, 2 instances of security, and 1 instance of medical. So let's look at our Starfleet protocol people and see which one would be the best one. So we have Tom, Tuvok, and Chakotay, our Starfleet protocol. The best Starfleet protocol of them is Chakotay. Chakotay also comes with security, so that knocks out 2 of our problems. So, do you want to go ahead and do that? Okay. Now, we also need medical and science. And medical and science would be Kess. Kess has medical and science. All right. So we want to go that route? Okay. So we have Neelix, Kess, and Chakotay. All right. Let's start our mission. Captain, we've arrived. Half the crew must be down here. How should we proceed? So Talaxian can harvest the inconspicuous plants. He gets a lot of food. So we're going to let him do that. He's got that special move, so let's let him use the special move. Neelix quickly identifies the delicious-looking apples as poisonous, and the strange-looking roots as safe and nutritious. The away team gathers a bountiful supply of food. We received your signal about the ship in orbit, Captain. Ensign Seska's missing. We can't locate her combat signal. Orders, Captain. All right. So, one of the things we can look at is trying to get good rewards out of this. Now, we can get a lot of duranium, almost guaranteed here, with a masterful thing. If we just have everybody look for asking others where the others were seen, the diplomatic option. We can possibly get a lot of fuel if we spread out and search for clues using the Starfleet protocol option, or we can analyze traces of the environment, use our scientific knowledge. So all of 3 options are available to us. The one most likely to lead to fatigue is asking others where she was seen, just diplomacy. But again, that has the potential for, basically guaranteed critical success. So how do we want to go about this? Diplomacy, protocol, or science? What's that? The best reward right now. Well, remember how we need the science. We can analyze traces of the environment. That gives us science. So we want to go that route? I'll let Kess. All right. The team's tracking skills pay off. Footprints reveal Seska went into a cave. Captain, we're hearing voices in this cave. Orders? All right. So we can get ready for a confrontation, a security. We can, that's high risk, by the way. We can hide and let them pass. We can approach them and go the diplomatic route. And we got another chance at a critical success. We get lots of diplomacy and some science out of that as well. We could also, hide and let them pass with no rewards. So what are you thinking? Diplomacy? Okay. approach these people and talk to them about it. Again, this could make us tired, but I feel like this is a good use of our resources. These are armed Kazon. The away team calms them, lets them leave. Their purpose is still unknown. Seska is the priority. So we've gained a lot of science out of that. We also got a lot of diplomacy, or a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? A lot of happiness out of this. Morale, that's what I was looking for. Lots of morale. But, yeah, I mean, other than that, that's pretty much what we got. All right. Yep. Captain, we're inside the cave, but there's no sign of Seska. All right. We can try and locate her combat signal by using engineering skills. Neelix's engineering skills not that great on a good day, and of course he's tired. We can split up and search every corner of the cave. That could give us some tritanium, which actually we could really use, but that's a little riskier. We can scan for her bioelectric signal, which is science, but of course Kess is very tired at this point. All of these are a high success of failure, or a high chance of failure, I should say. So what are you thinking? Okay. Yep. So that's split up. And this is scan for signature. Scan for signature is more likely to fail of the two, but of course, bigger problem if you fail with the split up. Like bigger consequence if you fail. Split up? All right, let's try it. Failure. Splitting up proves detrimental. The away team loses contact with one another, and a lone Kazon gunman causes injuries before being dispatched. After regrouping, they eventually find Seska. Chakotay is now injured. Seska was gathering mushrooms. Captain, it's another Kazon patrol, and they're taking heavy fire. So we can have Chakotay try to hold them off. He's pretty much guaranteed to fail, and it's also high risk. We can do a strategic retreat with no rewards. Almost guaranteed failure there, too. We can distract them and get lots of morale and some science. Yeah, distract them. You know what? And we'll go ahead and have them all distract. I was like, well, we could leave Chakotay out of this, but we're going to succeed, so there's no problem letting him in there. The tricorder decoy grants the team a chance to escape. They safely board Voyager. All right, we got some apple-like fruits and trees. Sorry, apple-like fruits. We got some weird roots. We've had 3 successful challenges. 1 critical success. We did have the injury. Sector 2 modifiers, and difficulty modifiers, transport modifiers, and so forth. Captain, the away team is back and with Ensign Seska in quite a haul. Should we move it to the cargo bay? I appreciate Neelix's enthusiasm, but I'm concerned about the long-term viability of these food sources and their actual nutritional value. Simply having a lot of it doesn't solve our problem. A valid point, Commander. We'll have the food analyzed in the science lab. Okay, so we need to analyze these food sources in the science lab, make sure that they're not poisonous. We weren't currently researching anything, so that's actually a good use of our time. We do have a lot of science, so we can research something as soon as we're done here with this. We also did get a lot of food, so we have 500 of the 1,500 food we need to continue the storyline. Our morale is very good after that mission. Trade complete. We can collect some more food, and we'll do so. We're now all full up on food. And 1,600. In fact, we are so full on food, we should probably convert this to a food bay at this point. Our Duranium bay. But we may need another cargo bay soon, so that we can store the rest. Of course, to build another cargo bay, we're going to need material. Actually, right now, we have the material. We just need somebody to work on it. So as soon as we finish with this battery, we could build another cargo bay. All right. We do need to repair a life support also. Chakotay is reminding us. We need duranium for that as well. We don't have enough duranium for that, no. We need to work on that. We also don't have anybody to work on it. So, duranium. Let's head toward some duranium sources, shall we? Okay, we have completed this battery compartment. Would you like to build that cargo bay? Okay. We are now out of places to build stuff. We need life support as soon as possible. And we're running out of fuel yet again. Okay, so let's switch this over to duranium storage. In 4 turns, we will run out of power. That's even running at the lower level of power. All right, let's see here. State of flux. As the commander feared, the Loyola routes are not a long-term solution. We need to find other ways to stock our pantry. Suggestions? Captain, I was thinking about building a hydroponics bay. You mean the one we already built? It would give the crew a chance to reconnect with the natural process of growing food. We could also hit up some local trading stations with the Aero Shuttle, like we already did. Barter for supplies. Do a little Delta Quadrant grocery shopping, so to speak. But Captain, there are many planets out there. We just need to keep exploring to find one bringing with the most delicious, nutritious delicacies. Think of the culinary adventures. Hydroponics, trade, exploration, all valid options. Thank you. Well, we've done all 3 of those at that point. Oh, Captain, regardless of your choice, the raw ingredients still need to be prepared. Naturally, I'd be honored to apply my culinary skills. However, the mess hall lacks a proper galley. You need to be willing to sacrifice your private dining room for the greater good of the crew. Would you? Wonderful. I'll get to work straight away. Mess hall level 2 unlocked in the crew tech tree. Okay. So we can now upgrade the mess hall to level 2 when we have 25 duranium, which we don't have at the moment. So, that's a thing we need to work on as soon as we get the chance. Hey, look, it's duranium. So, we've detected a Class D planet. It's like we were already solving this problem. We detected a Class D planet. The small planetoid has no atmosphere, but scans reveal surface deposits of resources trapped just beneath the ice. The low gravity makes remote operations easy, but the surface is extremely cold. Okay, workshop level 2 is something we could do right now if we had it available. So I'm going to go ahead and mark down that workshop level 2 is another thing that we need. So we've already got warp core level 2. Let's look at warp core level 3. So I need to check out what our warp core level 3 was. We don't actually need warp core level 3, so we'll put it at 0 need at the moment. Because right now we need more. We need more. We've got bigger fish to fry at the moment. There are fish? Yes, under the ice. All right, so duranium. How am I going to get the duranium? We could shoot a thermal beam to heat the wade surface area for mining. We could launch a torpedo to shot at the surface for resource exposure. Those are both options. So we want a pew-pew? Pew-pew seems to be our main option. Oh man, I was worried we were going into red again. All right, 79. All right, very good. So pew-pew worked. That should give us the opportunity to upgrade the mess hall. Huzzah. Okay, we still need another 350 food to complete the goal that we're currently on for main storage, main plot. Okay, we can. Oh, we have food at the door, I think. Just a moment. There's third one coming also. All right. So we could trade our titanium for more food. We could just straight up do that and be done with it. Before I do that, let's check and see. Is there more titanium in this area? There isn't. There isn't titanium or food. So let me hold off on that really quick. We were needing 100 duranium to do life support. It is. Of course, this one needs 90. 90 would be easier to do. But it gives us less places to build. This one does. Right. We'll think on that. We are running low on power. I'm going to turn off the workshop right now because we're not using it at the moment. That'll give us a way to get some more power. We're charging this, right? Yeah, we're charging this now. Okay, we still have 5 turns until we run out of fuel, though. Okay, 3 turns to get that, 3 turns for fuel. Let's get the fuel first. Okay. Captain, we've encountered a debris field. Sensors are indicating this debris field consists of starships that have very recently been destroyed. So, you want to use the shuttle? Seems like a shuttle situation, since shuttle's an option. Okay. If we don't blow this one up, too. Why did I say anything? Hostile ship decloaked and destroyed our shuttle, Captain. Not only that, but battle stations. So, Tuvok, Spalana, and Neelix. Neelix can do a rousing speech to make their attacks instant.
What are your orders, Captain?
All right, who do we want to attack? Let's go for the engines.
Moving to attack the aft, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Hey, victory. Go team. So we took out the Kazon Swarm, we got deuterium from them, duranium from them, and we also got some morale. Our hull's actually in better shape afterward. We managed to defeat the ship, we salvaged the resources. So we did get some resources out of that. Yeah. Not as bad as you would think, actually. Right. Which is a bigger problem. Right. While we're right here, let's build another freaking shuttle. Each shuttle costs 2 dilithium, which is the biggest problem, but also 40 duranium. Let's build another shuttle. Alright. I mean, obviously 2 crew members bad too, but we don't have places for all of our crew to sleep at night, so I mean, it's a problem, but not as big of a problem as it probably should be. Alright. Alright, so, should we go after this duranium? I feel like, yeah, let's go after this duranium. Okay, mess hall has been upgraded. Alright, and Kess is preparing our food. Normal food rations. Okay, so we are using 31 food per turn. But it's not bad. The food is acceptable. She's not a great cook. Neelix is currently manning the trading bay. Let me check something. Somewhere there's a heroes option. Here we go. Are any of our heroes not doing anything? No location assigned. Okay. So, Balana's not doing anything at the moment, and Chakotay's not doing anything at the moment. Chakotay should be in the shield generator. And Balana, we'll put Balana in the navigational deflector. Okay. So charging up the battery, yeah. All right. So what are we needing? We're needing at least 90 duranium to get one of these life supports going. We're currently at 35. Captain, we found an abandoned ship adrift in space. It's powered down but structurally sound with sealed storage compartments. Man, if only we had a shuttle we could use. Do you want to shoot this ship? Blow it up? Alright. We destroyed the vessel and extracted resources, Captain. Yeah, 54 duranium. Okay. We have some fuel over here. We have a new trade offer. Oh, we took too long on the tritanium. Oh. They say, hey, give us tritanium and we'll take the... give us duranium, we'll take the tritanium. I'm like, no, we need the duranium. We need the duranium to get the frickin' life support open. Which we are just under what we need. We have 86 and we need 90, at least. Okay, here's an option. We could take this one instead. This life support instead of these other ones. Wouldn't be as many areas and it wouldn't be working toward the holodeck. But it would solve this problem. You wanna do that? Okay. Also, there's an issue in the mess hall. What's the issue in the mess hall? Oh. The game says we have to put Neelix in the mess hall. Let's put Kess down here then. Captain, we're picking up a distress call. On screen. Anyone who can hear this message. Lost control of the bridge. Ship is falling apart. Help. Now. Please. Captain, this may be a trap. So, should we scan the Kazon ship? We could analyze damage to the Kazon ship. We could scan for other Kazon ships, or we can go investigate. We do have a 100% chance of success on this sensor array for this one. What are you thinking? Do this one? All right. Can we determine if they sustain genuine damage? Its fluctuating nucleonic patterns might indicate a reactor breakdown on board. Okay, so it does seem like they are having an issue of some kind. You want to scan for the Kazon ship, scan for other Kazon ships, or go investigate? Okay, other Kazon ships. Scan for other Kazon ships in the area. Nothing's showing up, Captain. You want to scan this ship or go investigate? Okay. Scan the Kazon ship. Let's see what we're dealing with. The ship is identical to the Kazon Nistrum raider we previously encountered, Captain. The Kazon Nistrum is one of the most violent sects of the entire Kazon collective. Go investigate is our only option left, so we'll do it. Well, help, but be cautious. This could be an opportunity to make some new friends, or enemies. Okay, kitty, sweetheart, I'm doing something. Cat has decided it's cuddle time. Alright, so we can check out this distress call. It's in a different sector than this one. So it's the same sector, but a different system. So we'll need to do that. Okay, So, Captain, we found an abandoned ship adrift in space. It's powered down but structurally sound with sealed storage compartments. Well, we would use the shuttle, but we blew ours up. So, you want to blow up this ship instead? All right. We destroyed the vessel and extracted the resources, Captain. Okay, lots of fuel. Huzzah. We've nearly repaired our hull all the way, by the way. That's very good. Okay, we have successfully repaired our hull the rest of the way. We have somebody available for other construction and engineering. Also, main engineering has a conversation. Captain, I've been reviewing the power grid. We're losing too much excess energy to our warp core. It just dissipates. By building dedicated, high-capacity batteries, we could store that wasted energy. It's a proactive step that we could create a massive reserve to cover situations where our energy consumption exceeds our warp core output. So, is it a good idea to build some battery compartments within 20 cycles? Probably a good move. Yes, but it doesn't count, unfortunately. She wants us to build more batteries. Not at this second, but we can easily find them. They're not very expensive. All right, we'll make that promise. All right. Okay, she's going to give us 20 cycles to do that. In fact, have we finished storing this battery? Oh no, we're still charging that one. Okay, we have constructed our new shuttle. We have a shuttle again. We've blown up 2 shuttles at this point. Well, we got more. All right, let's check the area. Unfortunately, we can only hold 1 shuttle at a time. Now, there is an option to research. In fact, we do need to come up with another thing to research. So I think Tier 2 is what we decided we wanted, right? Okay, on engineering. Okay. And one of the things we can research is an expanded shuttle bay. Shuttle bay level 2, which gives us 2 shuttle slots, and that way we can build a reserve shuttle and have it when we need it. We can also do multiple shuttle missions, which is nice. Those haven't popped up yet, but that's a thing. Okay, so looking at what we have here, we are in the process of repairing life support. We're nearly done repairing life support here. And if we're really lucky, when we turn on this battery compartment, that's going to count. But I don't think that's going to work. I don't think that's going to work. But let's hope. Be nice if it did. All right. So the Kazon distress signals are over here. We can get stuff along the way. Stuff like food. Food would be very smart right now. There's also duranium, which we really need. And there's also food over here. So let's get some food on the way. All right, life support active. Morale went up 200 because we have fulfilled Chakotay's request. Life support's fully restored, Captain. We can now access safely and utilize an entire deck. Well done. All right, I'm going to immediately work on repairing this battery compartment because that might be something that we need. Because that one's already built. And again, if we're lucky, I don't think it's going to work, but Balana will count that as having built the battery compartment. We also should clear one of these ruined rooms. So I'm going to say, let's clear this one. It's larger. Okay. Oh, we are using more energy than we have because it took more energy with that life support. Okay. Captain, long-range scans show an M-class planet with oxygen-rich atmosphere and a vibrant wildlife. Okay. So first off, let's write down the one we can't do, which is a large hydroponics bay. That's something we didn't have available. Okay, and we just don't have it available because we haven't built it yet. I don't think we've researched that yet. I think that's the next level of science. So that's something we could look at doing at some point. But right now, we have potential food source. We can send a team onto the planet to investigate and collect food resources. We can use the transporter room to use low-yield transporters and extract biomatter. We can crossbreed the plants with our hydroponics bay with local flora. So that has the highest chance of the best possible end result, is crossbreeding plants. So do we want to do that? Or do we want to do one of these other options? Let's do it. It was terrible. People got sick. The hybridization process failed catastrophically. Alien flora triggered unexpected allergic reactions in the crew members. The plant's uncontrolled growth has damaged our hydroponics bay. We had to abandon the project. We lost the usable biomatter. It was just a complete disaster. 2 crew got severely injured. 3 crew got injured. It was just a mess. But what's really funny is, even with it being a mess, we have worked our way toward our food goal. Okay, so we have Jealous Tenor, severely injured. We have Trilka Savar, severely injured, a couple of our Vulcan crew members. We have David Smith, Thalis Katan, and Daniel Wako. We're all injured as well. 5 out of 5 patients. Let's see, are there any other injured crew? Trying to see where to see the injured crew. There we go. All right. So 5 are total and injured, and they're all being treated. So we're still good on that front. We do still have high morale, so lots of bonuses for the high morale. I mean, things are going pretty decently well. I think we can turn up our engineering. That way we won't be running out of power as badly as we have been. We did damage our hydroponics bay. So we currently are using all of our people, but as soon as this is finished, we should repair our hydroponics bay because it's currently completely unusable. I did turn on this other battery. I mean, at the moment we're using all of our power. There's no point in turning anything off while we have plentiful power. Okay, let's check our science right now. What are we working on? We are working on Tier 2. Yeah, Engineering Tier 2. 12 turns remaining for that. Okay, so let's get some duranium. Okay, battery compartment. This did not count for Bolana's request. It's unfortunate. Let's work on repairing this hydroponics bay. Okay, Captain, we've stumbled across a massive debris field. Doesn't make sense that anyone would leave this many salvageable resources floating around. We should investigate. Now, we can use sensor array level 2 on this, but of course we don't have it. So we'll list that as something we should be looking at getting at some point. Why are you so desperate for love? Why are you acting like I've never loved you when I've spent the last 3 weeks at home cuddling you? This cat is acting so desperate. Oh, you're ridiculous, cat. Okay. Sorry, my cat's so insecure. All right, so we can tractor beam this stuff aboard. We can use a shuttle, which is always the best option when it's available. Let's do that one. Yeah. Oh man, it was heading toward red again. I'm like, please don't actually blow it up. don't have it be jinxed. We had the aboard operations captain. A homing mine was activated by the shuttle and detonated close to Voyager. It did damage to our hull. And we didn't get all the resources that we were trying to get. Well, we're going to have to send a new crew to work on repairing the hull sometime soon. All right. Okay. There is a repair station. We can trade resources for repairs. So we'll do that. Want to save that for later? What are you thinking? Right now, probably not, because we've got only a little damage. But it's something to think about for later. All right, we are like 200 food away from successfully completing that mission. We also have this Kazon distress call. We probably should deal with the Kazon distress call sooner rather than later, if we're going to be doing it. Okay, hydroponics bay is repaired. Let's have them work on repairing the hull. Okay, our ruined room has been repaired. Or cleared, I should say. Ruined room has been cleared. Okay. Do we want to put something there? Do you want to get a battery compartment just to make Balana happy? Yeah, let's do that first. That's going to take us 7 cycles to build, and she's only given us 11 more cycles to complete that task for her. Yeah, she's being impatient. Doesn't sound like Balana at all. All right, let's go. Captain, we reached our destination. Orders? Send an away team. Okay, so who should be on the away team? So our problems looks like an engineering problem primarily. So 4 engineers probably be necessary. We have 2 science, 2 medical, and then diplomacy and Starfleet protocol. So I think engineering, we definitely need our best engineer on this. So who's our best engineer? Best engineer would be Balana. All right. In addition to Balana, we need medical, Starfleet protocol, and diplomacy. So let's see who our best medical option is right now. 28 is Tom. 48 is Kes. Kes also hits the diplomacy option. So Balana and Kes. And our last option, we need Starfleet protocol. Who's our best Starfleet protocol we have left? Tom is 35, Tuvok's 37, Chakotay is 53. He also gives us diplomacy. Want to go that route? All right. So Chakotay, Balana, and Kes. The inside of the Raider shows signs of a massive explosion. There's no sign of the crew anywhere. We can scan for signs of the crew and get some tritanium and some science. Calling out for survivors would be very successful, but it's only giving us morale, and morale's pretty much maxed out at this point. So scan for signs of life in the crew. Scanning reveals a single faint life sign. The team beams the comatose survivor directly to sickbay. The rest of the Kazon crew have been fused with the wreckage. What has happened here? Okay, so we can examine one of the dead Kazon, or we can scan the ship's exterior atmosphere. So the reason you would do this option was this would give us a higher chance of critical success. That only net us 15. If we do this one and succeed, we get 20. We could, of course, fail. The better reward is examining the Kazon. We'll try that. A medical examination reveals no sign of conventional weapons or combat, suggesting this disaster originated within the ship. Any suggestion of how to find the origin of the explosion, Captain? So, Balana is going to be successful no matter what we do, because she's awesome. So we get fuel and science if we examine the ship's energy conduits. So this is the right option. Even though there's a high risk, there's no chance of failure, so Balana's just that competent. The conduits show signs that a massive pre-explosion energy surge originated in an irradiated area behind a force field. Captain, there's a strange console inside the force field. Could be the origin of the explosion. But the radiation is preventing us from getting any closer. How should we proceed? We can examine it up close. We can modify a tricorder to scan the console. Or we could examine it from a safe distance. Safe distance gives us morale. Morale does nothing for us. Modifying the tricorder would give us no chance of failure and a 20 rewards if we succeed. And a 20 if we critically succeed, which is a chance. We also get 15. Examining it up close is a thing we could do, and we could get the maximum rewards for that, for science, but there is a high risk that you're going to severely injure your crew member. I would say a low risk, you'll severely injure your crew member. So what are you thinking? Tricorder sounds good. All right, let's do it. They scan the console from a distance. The analysis reveals traces of Federation technology within this console. The away team returned to Voyager with this shocking discovery. So we've had 4 successful challenges, an injury-free bonus as well. So we got Sector 2, Transporter Room bonus, difficulty modifier, total. We're doing great. It seems the Kazon tried to install Federation technology in their ship. We are unsure why. Can't we transport it out to examine it? Not with those levels of nucleonic radiation, Captain. We could create a subspace bubble or build an expander. One's quicker and riskier, and the other one's safer but more resource intensive. So, do you want to do the quick one or the safer, expensive one? Mm-hmm. I know, right? We can go the quick route. We need to take this risk. Subspace bubble generator blueprints. How on earth did the Kazon get their hands on Federation technology? The most probable explanation is that someone on our ship gave it to them. I don't like this. If technology changed hands, maybe it happened on the planet earlier. Who could have met them when we were on the surface? Ensign Seska was unaccounted for. I was picking mushrooms. The Kazon ambushed me. Quite. I suggest interviewing the Kazon survivor, Captain. Captain, this raises serious security concerns about these Maquis personnel in critical areas. This is about you being passed over for chief engineer, isn't it, Carrie? No, Torres, this is about security. Convenient timing, Carrie. Almost like someone wanted to make the Maquis look like the perfect scapegoats. Enough. We'll determine the truth through a proper investigation. Sickbay to Captain Janeway, it's the Kazon. His own blood cells are killing him. I need to perform a complete phagocyte replacement to save him. Requesting authorization. Are we equipped for this procedure? I've already run a crew compatibility analysis. I also noticed Ensign Seska never provided a blood sample. I had a childhood disease. I was warned I must never donate blood. I already found enough compatible blood donors among the crew, but we still require a blood sample for general medical purposes. I don't see the point of that, Doctor. So should we order Seska to provide a sample now, or appease and Seska to provide it after? Make her undergo the procedure, or you know, kind of be lenient with a former Maquis. It is required to join Starfleet. She's not a member of Starfleet, but she is serving on a Starfleet ship. Yeah, what would happen if you ordered that? Right. She is not a member of Starfleet. She's just operating on the Starfleet vessel. I mean, we have given her the uniform, but still. Doctor needed samples to try and run a procedure to save the man's blood cells from killing him. And was running a compatibility analysis, and he noticed that the only member of the crew that did not have a blood sample on record was Seska. He's like, we don't need it right now. He's got enough right now. But this is possibly going to be a problem later if we don't have one on file for her. Okay, provide it later. I think we have more pressing matters at hand, Doctor. Ensign Seska can provide a sample later. About the Kazon patient. We can replace his pyrocytes with what we have. 85% chance of success. Or we can do nothing and let him die. What do you... Alright. I mean, might as well. Do everything in your power, Doctor. Failure. I'm sorry, Captain. The Kazon did not survive this treatment. Damn. There goes our only good lead on the console. Well, let's proceed with building the subspace bubble generator. Okay. So we need to craft a subspace bubble generator in the workshop. So we're going to do that now. We're building this right here. We are repairing the hull because we took that hit on the thing earlier. Looks like we're pretty good right now. Don't really have anything we need to get done. Okay, so we need more duranium. There's some duranium right next door. Let's get that. We came across an abiding mining station. The station is under lockdown. Seems to be damaged. Okay, we've got some other things that we have looked at before. The engineering office, bump it up to level 2 need. Science laboratory level 2, that's also a level 2 need. Okay. So, safely search for anything valuable without entering the station, or destroy the storage facilities and salvage resources by blowing it up with a torpedo. Pew pew. Pew pew. Our torpedoes obliterated the storage facilities. We were able to salvage the resources. Huzzah! Lots of goodies. Okay. So we have 90. We could do this if we had a little bit more tritanium. We could open up another life support. There's tritanium right here. You want to grab some? Captain, we found an abandoned ship adrift in space. It's powered down but structurally sound, with sealed storage compartments. So, shuttle? Breaching the storage compartment was not possible. Instead, we salvaged the other parts. We did get 22 tritanium. Alright, is that enough for this? Yes, we can get another life support. You want to get this life support? Let's do it. Oh wait, we have nobody to do it. This person is currently working on the hull, and of course we're finishing up this battery for Milana. But we'll get that next chance we get. You know what? We're going to run out of duranium. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. We're gonna grab this work team. And we're going to do this right now. Okay. So, what do we need right now? We need tritanium. We need duranium. We need duranium really bad. Let's get this duranium. Space shuttle, subspace bubble generator blueprint crafted. And we can return to the Kazon Raider to get that done. We also came across an abandoned mining station. The station is under lockdown and seems to be damaged. Okay, well, we have the engineering and the science. These are now our top priorities. Next chance we get, we need to build one of those. Because we keep having that issue. Workshop gets bumped down to third priority. Let's go over here. All right. Let's see. So we can safely search for anything valuable, or we can blow it up. You want to blow it up? Let's blow it up. Why not? I can't think of a good reason. Okay, pew pew. We blew it up. Okay. As soon as this battery is done, we can go back to working on the hull. In the meantime, let's head back to the Kazon Raider and recover the console. We have finished building the battery compartment. The crew is happy about the fulfilled promise, Captain. Nice. Okay, and let's go back to working on the hull. Okay. Things look good. Kazon Raider. Captain, we reached our destination. Orders? Let's continue. Captain, 2 Kazon Nistrum Raiders are approaching, and they're hailing us. Open a channel. Kazon vessel, I am Catherine Janeway, Captain of the Federation Starship Voyager.
I am Kulla, First Mage of the Kazon Nistrum. What have you done to our ship?
We responded to a distress call. We tried to save the life of a single survivor, but his injuries were too severe. I'm afraid he's dead.
Too bad. Anyway, we'll be taking the damaged vessel now.
Well, that'll have to wait. We're working on a plan to access the source of the explosion.
Keep your hands off our ship, or it'll be considered an act of war. War, Captain.
So, should we keep his ship, or let him take the ship? So what'll happen is, if we keep the ship, it'll raise our threat level in the sector, and we'll be seen as a more hostile entity in the sector. Or we can let him have the ship and be all diplomatic and stuff. Yeah, I mean, we're currently trying to research why the ship blew up. It seemed to have some Federation technology in it. So that's the main reason we want to keep it, is to conduct our investigation. I mean, that's not a. I mean, you're not wrong. Mm-hmm. No, it's either we keep it and say, hold off, let us conduct our investigation, and have them be angry at us, or we can let them have the ship and say, whatever, and our investigation basically ends at that point. Well, not completely, but that ends our resource to research it. Yeah, we can let him have it. Alright. This choice has consequences. I don't want any more Kazon trouble. Take the ship.
Good. Good. You're smarter than I thought, Captain.
Now we'll never know if the console came from Voyager. I will carry out an investigation. All signs indicate that we have a traitor on board, and I will find them. Tuvok is now unavailable. Whatever's necessary, Lieutenant. Okay, so we still need more food. And we've got to wait for Tuvok's investigation to be complete. So there's some food down here. Let's go ahead and grab this. Okay, engineering tier 2 has been researched. So we can do ultra-thin reactor plating, which helps our warp core not suffer damage. We can have more efficient Bussard collectors when we fly into gas giants. We can get workshop level 2. Workshop level 2 is currently our level 3, or our third priority. Interphasic coil spanner helps us repair and upgrade faster. Cargo bay level 2 gives us better cargo. Like literally every cargo bay we have is improved if we upgrade it with cargo bay level 2. It's actually really nice. Modified trajectory matrix is so freaking useful. We fly around every sector faster. It's unbelievably useful. Hydrospanner, yes. Hydrospanner reduces shuttle construction time by 50%. Shuttle bay level 2 gives us 2 shuttles. That's also really useful. And negotiation tactics basically makes us better at trading. So I would recommend either modified trajectory matrix or workshop level 2. Or the shuttle bay level 2. All 3 of those are really, really good options. And we can do all 3. We can just, do one at a time. Yeah, that's the most useful one, I agree. All right. Let's see here. What are we doing? From here. All right. The world of this Class P planet is highly glaciated, but our sensors have discovered there's animal life that can be used as a food source. All right. So, Biolaboratory level 1. The Biolab is where we build our gel packs, which is all of the high-tech gear that we can get for required gel packs. We don't have a Biolab right now. We'll need that really soon. And then Science Lab level 2, which is now our top priority. Science Lab level 2 is Tier 2 Science. And let's see. Huntum's the only option, so that's the one I'm going to pick. And our hunting team had problems navigating the frozen environment, but still managed to gather quite a lot of food.
Captain, you simply must see the cargo bay. Our pantry is positively bursting with the most magnificent delicacies. Now the hard work is behind us. We can finally move on to the fun part, the preparation. Now, just imagine the possibilities. Take our loggerhead eggs, whisked to perfection, a hearty Leola root pilaf, followed by a decadent Laurelian pudding. I promise you, your taste buds will melt away.
I can't tell if he means that literally. In any case, the results speak for themselves. Our food stores are well stocked, mission accomplished. Captain, well done. Morale plus 400. We've maxed out our morale yet again. Okay. We're currently working on this one. All right. So we have a security investigation underway. We can gather resources while we wait for that to be finished. So Kazon fighter, and we got fuel over here. We've got duranium, and we've got repair. We really don't need this repair station. We're going to repair it pretty well on our own. So I'm going to say let's go ahead and grab these two, and it may be time to leave this system. All right, so we have another life support available. I'm going to go ahead and turn this one off immediately because it uses power. Right. But that's an option for us now. By the way, I'm just checking to see it. We have 26 turns of power if we ever have to go down to level 1. And it looks like we got all of our batteries fully charged. Yep, all of our batteries are good to go. Okay. We do have 21 crew that don't have a place to stay. Do we want to continue getting that work done? Okay. Some more emergency quarters. Okay. Oh, well, I was going to get that, but I guess we'll get this first. Tuvok wants to talk to us. Abandoned vessel. Captain, we found an abandoned ship adrift in space. It's powered down but structurally sound with sealed storage compartments. Hey, we want to use the shuttle to try and get the resources from it? Okay. The shuttle team managed to reach the storage and extract all of the resources. We are in really good shape. Captain, I have completed my investigation. An unauthorized transmission was sent to the Kazon a week ago. It originated from Lieutenant Carey's station. Also, I found an encrypted security code in the requisition file for replicator materials. That code, however, belonged to Ensign Seska. Incompetence or intent? Thank you, Lieutenant. Before I make up my mind, could you summarize everything we know, Lieutenant? Lieutenant Carey resents Lieutenant Torres' appointment as Chief Engineer. He may have attempted to frame the Maquis as traitors by providing technology to the Kazon. Yet it was Ensign Seska who was close to the Kazon inside that cave, providing a perfect opportunity for the transfer of materials. Finally, both the transmission from Carey's station and Seska's security code were easy finds. This was either a clumsy cover-up or a deliberate setup. Ultimately, they both present evidence suggesting culpability. Time to confront the traitor. I know what I need to do. For weeks, a traitor has been in our midst, actively conspiring with the Kazon. That ends today. Should we confront Seska as the traitor or confront Carey as the traitor? Seska, alright. Choice has consequences. Ensign Seska, you're charged with treason. By transferring Federation technology to the Kazon, you have violated the Prime Directive. No, it's Carey. He's the one. He never trusted the Maquis. He's using this to frame us. Tell that to the brig. You and your precious Starfleet principles. I did what was necessary. Your actions left us stranded in the Delta Quadrant. Cullen offered protection, and I made a decision. A decision that could have impacted the entire quadrant. You lack resolve, says Janeway. I don't. Computer command XJL. With a triumphant smirk, Seska activates her transporter, revealing her treachery as she escapes from the bridge. Janeway and the crew are left in shock. She's getting away. Override transport or identify the destination. Alright, let's override transport in progress. Stop the transport. I can't, Captain. Security lockout is in place somehow. Identify destination. It's our only option left. What's the destination of Seska's transport? A Kazon vessel. It's getting ready to go to warp. Should we let it escape or get ready to fight to stop Seska? I mean, we have the resources. You gonna go for it? All right. Battle stations. Yes, Captain. All stations ready. All right. So B'Elanna is currently our best officer. And then Tuvok. And then Chakotay. Let's start our combat. Also,
what are your orders,
this is going to be a pretty easy win, in all likelihood. All right. Let's take out the weapons of this one first.
Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Moving to attack the aft, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Okay. We got Duranium, we got Tritanium, and we got Morale. And our hull status is still pretty much the same spot. Report. The Kazon Raiders have been defeated, but Seska has escaped with Kulla. It is probable that Seska and Kulla will seek vengeance. I recommend we prepare ourselves. We've got their number, Lieutenant. We're ready for them. Captain, thank you for your faith in me throughout this whole traitor affair. I realize my Maquis comments were less than professional. For that, Lieutenant Torres, I sincerely apologize. I now understand why the captain appointed you Chief Engineer. You clearly deserve that chair. Congratulations. I appreciate that, Lieutenant Carey. Truly. I am pleased to see you both moving forward. I'll leave you to it. I suspect our Chief Engineer and our new Assistant Chief Engineer have a lot to discuss. I'm honored, Captain. I'm going to be counting on you, Carey. I'm not up to date on all the latest Starfleet protocols. You're probably more familiar with the quirks of this warp engine than I am right now anyway. I hope I can depend on you. I assure you, Lieutenant, you will never get less than my best. Okay, let's stay here because there's still stuff in this sector we can get. There's 2 different systems we can research that we haven't been to yet. I think it's probably time we left this system. Let's see what's in these other sectors. There's going to be some subquests, some subplots available. We build emergency quarters. And in addition to the subplots, there's going to be some resources we can gather. Things like, we'll definitely want any dilithium in either of these systems. And if we can start making gel packs, that would be really nice. Because, yeah, we're going to need those really soon. We only got 1 gel pack left. All right, so we need to do something. Let's start clearing some space. I'm going to clear this ruined room. There is a engineering lab that we need to build. Yeah. I think it's in the science tier. A glimmer of hope. Scans have discovered a wormhole. Subspace disturbances indicate it's collapsing rapidly. Captain, what do we do now? We don't have much time to investigate. Okay, so there's a wormhole maybe. Should we investigate it? Wait, or tell them, screw it. Alright, investigate this right away. Who won't let this opportunity passes by? Helm, set course for the wormhole. Morale went up. So the wormhole is actually really close to our position, too. Which is fortunate. It's not always. So we have 30 turns to investigate this wormhole before it collapses. So right now, I'm using all of my free time to scan all the planets to see what's around here. This, by the way, is a planet of plenty over here. We're going to get a lot of goodies from this. So we'll definitely want to do this one before we leave. We earned this one by having a successful mission with the food on the planet. All right. So right now, what do we need? Let's investigate the wormhole. I mean, we're here. Okay, a ruined room has been cleared. We've got duranium and tritanium from it. Do we want to build more crew quarters? Yes. And when that is finished, let me see. 12. When that one is finished, we will have all of the crew housed at that point. Okay. Let me make sure all of our heroes are stationed. Lieutenant Carey currently does not have a location. The assistant engineer. So, we can put him in the workshop. We can put him in main engineering. We can put him in the shuttle bay. Where's Balana? Oh, Balana's in the deflector. Okay, the workshop, main engineering, or shuttle bay. Shuttle bay, he'll build shuttles faster. Main engineering, work on the warp core faster. Workshop, build anything we're building in the workshop faster. Okay. Yeah, that's what I've been using the most. I agree. All right. What else we got here? Oh, we're going to the wormhole. Modified trajectory matrix. Okay. So we can now travel faster inside of systems. That's so freaking useful, man. All right. So we have two more that we really want to get. We've got the workshop level 2. And we've got shuttle bay level 2. And honestly, cargo bay level 2 is also really freaking useful. Because that basically we can upgrade each and every one of our cargo bays to hold more goodies. I mean, workshop is currently number 3 priority, given what we've been needing. So that's probably what we need. Okay, workshop. Yeah, cargo's after that. Okay. Let's see here. We're finishing these emergency quarters. After that, we have everybody housed. Okay. Wormhole. Captain, we've reached our destination. Orders? Continue. Captain, we're approaching the wormhole. On screen. The view screen shows the vast, star-studded expanse of the Delta Quadrant. But the coordinates indicate Voyager has arrived. Where is it? The wormhole, a supposed ticket home, remains stubbornly invisible. Are we in visual range? Affirmative, Captain. Man, this must be the smallest wormhole on record. Magnify? Even magnified, this wormhole remains a frustratingly tiny blip on the screen. Disbelief and flicker of despair cross the bridge's crew's faces. This is their only hope of returning home? Not even the size of an iPad. It's small. The aperture is less than 30 centimeters in diameter. We couldn't send a small dog through that. But it is large enough for a message. We could carry a data transmission to Federation space in minutes. We still have to find out if it goes anywhere near the Alpha Quadrant. We could send a probe beforehand. A modified probe would have a greater chance of success, but would require time and resources. So, we want to craft a modified probe, a standard probe, or say, we don't need the resources. We can't spare the resources. So modified or standard? Honestly, we have the resources. We could do it. The modified probe is worth it. Modified probe blueprints. Aye, Captain. Okay, so let's work on the modified probe. Carey, you have your first job. All right. So we're making the modified probe in the workshop. Let's see what else we can do in the area. Our fuel system is pretty good. Our food, we're mostly topped off. We can get tritanium or duranium. What are you thinking, Noel? Let's head toward this place of plenty. We have built the emergency quarters. Okay. All of our crew is housed. Yes. All right. So I think we should be looking toward building some more stuff. First off, let's clear space here. And in fact, we can work on 2 rooms at once right now because our hull is fully repaired. So So let's clear these two. That's also going to give us some duranium and titanium from the recycling from these places. But that's going to give us an ability to build the gel pack place, the biolab. Sensors detect unusual energy readings emanating from the moon. Scans reveal rich metal deposits within strange crystalline structures in the moon's surface. All right, should we mine using specialized team and equipment, or should we mine anything we can get our hands on? Now, we have torpedo level 2, which is not available to us right now. And we also have Science Lab level 2. Hey, that's 5 times we've needed a Science Lab and not had it. So we may need to do the Science Lab even before we do the Bioengineering Lab. But, okay, we can carefully mine using a specialized team and equipment, or we could send a team and mine anything we get our hands on. So, honestly, I don't see any reason not to do the second one. I mean, it could go orange, but it's still pretty good. After a good start, our mining team had a minor accident due to the instability of the crystals. 4 crew have gotten sick. It's not that big of a problem, and we did get a lot of titanium out of it. I mean, well, we got some titanium out of it. I wouldn't say a lot. All right, let's go to this Talaxian Baxial Freighter. Modified blueprints have been crafted. Okay, we've successfully made the blueprints. We need to return to the wormhole before it collapses. We have 23 turns before the wormhole collapses. 2 Talaxian ships are in a standoff over salvage from a derelict vessel. One captain wants to use this vessel to aid Talaxian refugees. The other wants to sell it to fund their colony. They offer us a share of the salvage if we help them. So we can side with the captain who prioritized using the salvage to aid refugees. That's going to help our morale. Our morale is topped off. We probably don't want to do this one. We can side with the captain who wants to fund their colony and take your share. That's going to give us resources. We can suggest a compromise, using half the salvage for refugees and selling the rest to fund the colony expansion. This one has the best success, but also has the biggest danger. We may have to fight both of them if we fail. Now, we have the technology to fight them both, but do we want to risk it? So option 2 and the bottom option are really the only viable options at this point. Yeah, we can do the 2. Some of the captain wants to fund their colony and take your share. This helps us. We've earned the gratitude of the Talaxian ship we helped and took our share of the resources. So we got duranium and titanium out of it. That was a huge boost. That was a big bounty. All right. At some point, we want to get this done, but of course, in order to get this, we need the biolab. I'm actually going to write biolab. I'm going to bump the biolab up because we need that for this. And so biolab is now 4th priority. And every time I'm like, hey, we need this, I'm going to bump it up again. Okay. So, okay, we need to return to the wormhole. So let's do that. 23 turns before it closes. Okay, our rooms are cleared. Now let's take a look at what it takes for the biolab. The biolab needs to be researched, first of all, and it takes a lot of resources, but we have all the resources we need right now. We just need the technology. Okay, so let's take a look at the technology. We're finishing up workshop level 2. So what is biolab? I know it's in the science field. Okay, biolab is tier 2. By the way, science lab, I was wrong. It's tier 3, not tier 2. Thing that we keep saying we need. But yes, yeah, Also, this science lab basically gives us 2 science points per turn instead of 1 science point per turn. It is very, very useful. All right, so this biolab is tier 2. We don't have the science for this right now. Incidentally, our next option was cargo bays. We don't have the science for that either. Once we finish workshop, that's probably it. But workshop level 2 means that we can finally make some more photon torpedoes, which is good because we've been shooting those things off as if we had 1,000,000. We're down to 34. Sweetheart, I love you, buddy, but I don't want a cat bath. But I got all this slobber and nowhere to put it. Okay, so we can trade away 500 of our fuel for 500 food. They're offering this for the next 12 cycles. I said let's go nearer fuel before we accept that trade. Captain, we reached our destination. Orders? Let's continue. Captain, the probe is ready. Send the modified probe. Do it. Telemetry data incoming, Captain. The view screen shows a green vortex, the image transmitted by the probe from inside the micro wormhole. A sense of wonder and anxiety fills the bridge. What's on the other side of this? It doesn't look like any wormhole I've ever seen. It must be old, decaying. Any ideas where our probe will end up, Ensign? No, but a phase variance in the radiation stream. It's stuck. Can it break free? Unlikely. Wait, this was just scanned by someone else. Hail them. Use the probe to reinforce the signal. We're receiving an answer, Captain. On screen. This is Captain Catherine Janeway of the Federation starship Voyager. Who's receiving this communication? I am Talek Ramor of the Romulan Astrophysical Academy. Science vessel Talvath. Location Alpha Quadrant, Sector 1385. What are your coordinates? We're in the Delta Quadrant, but since it hasn't been charted, I can't specify an exact location. Delta Quadrant. On a Federation starship called Voyager. I have not heard of a ship with that name. It is new, but not classified. Surprising. Romulans are usually well informed. I've been in deep space for over a year. I'm not privy to the latest intelligence. I'm sure my government knows about all Federation expeditions into the Delta Quadrant. It's a complicated story. Please, if you could... I don't believe you. We're obviously still in the Alpha Quadrant. I ask again, what are your coordinates? Okay, who would we like to try to convince him? Balana has a 95% chance of success, Tuvok has a 90% chance of success, and Catherine has an 85% chance of success. Who should we convince him with? The highest is Balana. You want to do it? Listen, Gramps. Just analyze the galactic coordinates via distant quasar triangulation. Our stellar density and dark matter profiles basically scream Delta Quadrant. Implausible, but I will believe you. For now. Thank you, Captain Ramor. Could you get us into conflict with Starfleet? Starfleet? Not making this any easier, Captain. Captain, we could try using the visual link signal to beam our crew to the Romulan ship. Linked beaming unlocked in the science tech tree. That's never been done before. We'd have to test it. Would you be willing to assist us, Captain Ramor? Fine. You will beam me to your ship and back. And then I'll see what I could do for you. Ramor out. Captain, I am not convinced of this Romulan's benevolence. I will look further into him in Starfleet's databanks. Okay. Research link beaming in the science tech tree. So 1 turn remaining for workshop, so we definitely need to finish workshop. But linked beaming is right here in the science tech tree. So we can get this next. And we do have the science for that. So let's do something for a single turn, and then we can work on linked beaming. The only resource we really need right now, we have fuel and food. Let's get fuel. All right, enter the ship. I'm going to work on linked beaming. Okay. 24 turns until the wormhole collapses. I love how there's ticking clocks all over this game. It's great. All right. So, Captain, we've detected massive deuterium levels in the atmosphere of this Class J giant. Atmospheric conditions are harsh, but the potential fuel yield is exceptional. We could do the collector probes, which is safe and ineffective. We could do the risk directly into the atmosphere to collect it with the Bassard collectors, or we could risk sending a shuttle to gather it directly, which is the better option. It's always the better option. Okay, 670 fuel is gathered. All right. And while we wait for the science to be researched, we can go get some food. Captain, sensors detect the space station. The hull of the space station is breached and we detect no life signs on board. Finding resources in this harsh environment could be difficult. So, Engineering Office Level 2 is an option that we don't have available. This is currently our number 2 priority. We need to upgrade our workshop because you paid for that, but we haven't actually upgraded the actual shop itself. So let me undo. Controls undo. Okay, we'll have that be a we need to do this like really soon. Use our resources for that. Okay, so in the meantime, pew pew. Oh man, our pew pew was so successful that we actually topped off our duranium, and we also got a lot of food. That was super effective. Okay. Workshop needs to be upgraded. Should we upgrade it? Okay. That is our last gel pack. We have no gel packs remaining. So on the science front, we got 9 turns left to finish linked beaming. We should research tier 2 first chance we get so we can work on this biolab. All right, and since I've mentioned needing a biolab again, we're going to go to 3. Biolab has hopped to our 4th best option. That's not accurate. 3rd best option. All right. Okay. Right now, we have all the things we need. We just need to spend some time. I don't want to leave this sector because we'll need to come back later. We can get this tritanium. So this is the closest tritanium. Let's go for it. We have a new trade offer received. Let's see what it is. Somebody said, if you give us your science, we'll give you food. Well, we don't have any science right now, so no. Right. Okay, another sensor array level 2. Actually, that's our first sensor array level 2. No, it's not. It's our second. But we do need that. Bumps that up to 5th highest priority. Okay, so massive debris field. Doesn't make sense that anyone would leave this much salvage material around, so we should investigate. We can get the debris aboard, or we could have the shuttle do it. Captain, we successfully identified and disarmed several traps. Salvage operations were a complete success. Awesome. So we're upgrading this. What should we build right here? We could build another science lab. I don't know if that's useful right now. We could build another sick bay. I don't think that's useful right now. Build batteries. I don't know if that's useful right now. Engineering office. We could build phasers or shield generators. It would take power. I don't necessarily need any of that. We can clear some debris and gather those resources. I think that's a good use of our time. All right. And fuel. Let's go to the space station and collect some fuel. We have successfully got linked beaming. It's time to head back to the wormhole. But in the meantime, we have 39 science. We can't research diddly right now. We don't have any science available. So we're just going to sit on science for a moment. Yeah. I'll put Harry in the shuttle bay. No, you know what? Harry, you can stay at the science, because I think he gives a bonus increasing the research rate. We're going to leave him there anyway. Alright. Let's gather this resource since we're here, and then we'll head back to the wormhole. Captain, sensors detect the space station. The hull of the space station is breached, and we detect no life signs on board. Finding resources in this harsh environment could be difficult. So, should we scan or shoot? It's a pew-pew situation, right? Alright, pew-pew. We were so successful, we topped off our fuel. Alright, back to the wormhole. We have upgraded our workshop. Okay. We're slowly draining morale because our accommodations aren't great. We could research. Right, yes, better than hallways. I mean, we could research standard crew quarters and sort of build those and, you know, make it a little bit better. We do have the research, we do have the science for that. Okay, let's do that. We've cleared the ruined room. And we've got lots of resources. We don't have anything that we can do with them right now. Yeah, I think these would be where we would start to build our normal quarters, and then we can start dismantling the emergency quarters. Captain, we've reached our destination. Orders? Continue. We're all set, Captain. Remore is standing by. Let's give it a try. Energize. Against all odds, the transporter beam pierces the micro wormhole, bringing Telek Remore aboard Voyager. The impossible has become reality. This breakthrough could open a way home. This is quite the breakthrough. I thought we lost you. The phase variance in the radiation stream had me worried. Lieutenant, begin the evacuation. I suggest we delay, Captain. I noticed some inconsistencies in our database, and this phase variance confirmed my suspicions. Captain Remore, what year is it? Year? It's 2351. But it's 2371. Our Romulan guest is a person from the past. That wormhole is rift not just in space, but also in time. Oh, we were so close. I'm afraid we left with our original request. In 20 years, could you relay our message to Starfleet? I will. If you should find your way back within my lifetime, I should welcome a message from you. You'll hear from us, because we will get back. Energize. Captain, I think it may not be possible. Our guest has become entangled in the wormhole on a quantum level. Beaming him back could...
Might? Could? My patience wears thin, Captain.
Can we compensate? Theoretically, but it'd be risky. Very risky.
I don't care. I insist you send me back.
Okay, so we can locate a safer way through the wormhole. We can modify and focus harmonic field to the wormhole. We could resynchronize Ramore's quantum signature. We could modify tractor beam for quantum operation. Or we could just keep him on board Voyager, because sending home is too risky. So, 80% chance. Yep. 80% chance, 85% chance, 85% chance, 75% chance. What are you thinking? 2 or 3? Yep, those are our best options. So, you want navigational deflector or sickbay? Alright, 3. Doctor, resynchronize Ramore's quantum signature, and don't tell me it can't be done. Of course it can, and it has. Bravo me! Look, Captain, the transporter parameters are improved, but that doesn't mean this is safe. The risk of a catastrophic failure is still very high. Do you really want to go through with this?
My return is imperative. I must be sent back, regardless of personal cost.
So, send him through the transport and send him home, 85% chance of success, or sending him home is just too risky. He has a life waiting for him. I won't rob him of that. Execute transport. Energizing. The signal pattern is wavering. Compensating. Reading phase variance errors. Proceed. So we can abort the transport, or we can proceed. Again, 85% chance of success, or abort. Adjust the quantum resolution. Lock stabilized. Wormhole subatomic integrity starting to collapse. Did we get him through in time? Perhaps. However, we need to act now. Abort or transport him, despite the risks. Increase harmonic resonance and divert all power to the transporter. Lock stabilized. It appears Captain Ramore's transport was successful. The wormhole has collapsed simultaneously. It appears only time will tell. Janeway to crew, Captain Ramore's been transported. We can't be entirely certain he successfully returned to his time. The odds are in his favor. He carries a message that could reshape our future. Though we expect no rescue, we are allowed to hope. Janeway out. Captain, I did not want to mention this in the presence of Captain Ramore, but the Federation database states that he died 2367, 4 years ago. And hope is all we have. Helm, return to our old course. I have the needle. Captain Janeway has leveled up, and we get 5 dilithium crystals for this. You want to do all of the side quests, because they all have dilithium rewards. Speaking of which, how close are we to level 3? We need 9 more crystals. So, on that note, should we head to the next system and see if we can find some more dilithium crystals? Because we got nothing in this one. Alright. Desperately seeking dilithium. Captain, I'm detecting a growing sense of restlessness among the crew. The desire to move forward, to cut more light years off our journey, is beginning to affect their focus. It's not yet a problem, but to affect a significant morale issue, I suggest we reschedule our departure from this sector sooner, rather than later. Okay, and that's him warning you that if we linger too long, we're going to start seeing crew morale degrade rapidly. Okay, so we have now researched crew quarters. We don't have any science we can do at the moment. However, we can start building regular crew quarters. You should do that. All right. And as we empty out the emergency quarters, we should, clear out that space and build something in its place. Probably batteries, if I'm being honest. Okay, so we got this one. When that is finished, we can work on the next one. We actually can build a second one. So we're going to do that too. Yeah, just right now. And what's going to happen is we should be clearing out, old emergency quarters while we fill these in. All right, what did we finish? We did the modified trajectory array, which is good. We did workshop level 2. We've upgraded that. Yeah, we don't have anything right now, so we can't really do anything from science. We're out of science at the moment. Look around this area. Ooh, we've got another land of plenty. Should definitely use that. Got dilithium over there. Got to do that. This is a trade. Speaking of which, is that trade still available? No, it's not. Okay. Because we are starting to run low on food. Right. Okay. So the things I see that we need this. We need some duranium. Trade is not a bad move. Food. And this dilithium. I almost want to go straight for the dilithium, if I'm being honest. Let's go land of plenty first, and then dilithium. Because yeah, really soon our people are going to start revolting. Okay, trade offer received. Planet of Plenty. We identified a lush planet teeming with life and rich in untapped mineral deposits. Unfortunately, the planet's volatile climate leaves little time for exploration. With intense storms predicted to arrive soon, we can only focus on one objective. Do you want to gather food or duranium? And we need both. That's awful. Yeah, that's the thing. Let's see. So, first off, let's write down the two that are not available. So, shuttle level 2. And then sensor array, again, bumped up to 4th priority. Right. Okay. So, food or duranium? They're both at about the same level, if I'm being honest. Let's leave for now and look at what's near here. There's duranium near here. There's not food near here. So let's get the food. Okay. The storm hit us sooner than expected, Captain. We had to cut the mission short, leaving some food behind. Several crew members sustained injuries as the storm caught them off guard. So 5 crew got injured. We did get 200 food out of it. Yeah, I mean, it was going to be bad no matter what with that roll. All right, well, let's get this duranium on the way to this dilithium. We detected a small debris field scattered across a wide area. The debris appears to be the remnants of a vessel. Maybe we can find something useful here. Waste disassembler. Level 1. It's our second time of needing that. That bumps this up to the 5th priority. Okay, so use the tractor beam or use the shuttle. Captain, there was a considerable amount of value in this debris. The shuttles help, but sadly some parts are just too dangerous to recover. But we did get lots of duranium, which we needed. All right. And so we'll be able to start decommissioning some of these emergency quarters once we finish building the regular quarters. All right. Let's see here. Science. We're still hurting really hard in science. We don't have any science right now. All right. Let's see. Trading station? No one's going to trade us science. We don't really need anything else. I mean, food. Let's head to food. Okay, crew quarters have been built. Lots of crew quarters. Okay, let's see which of these is empty. The crew quarters are empty. What the heck? All right, let's decommission one of these. Let's decommission this one. Yes. Turn off the power to that one. They moved as well. So basically, these people all moved, and all but one of these people moved. And I think we can build another crew quarter like right on top of this. Turning off the power got them to move. Most effective. And did help our morale too, so there you go. Alright. Okay, we've removed these emergency quarters. Got materials out of it. Let's build another crew quarter right here. Josh, I'm so sorry. We're demolishing your home. Alright. Yes, we are giving you a better one. Alright, hydroponics bay level 2 and large hydroponics bay. Oh my gosh, kitties. Why are you like this? It's large hydroponic. Oh, what? That is not what I told you to do. Okay. Large hydroponics is right there. And hydroponics bay level 2. As one of those. Oh my gosh, cats. Why are you like this? Wife took a picture of what the cats are doing right now. You need to see it. They're piling on top of each other on top of my lap. I am the bottom of a cat pile. It's a cuddle puddle. All right. Okay, so quickly explore it and take what we can find, or thoroughly search for clues and variables with a chance of risk. I mean, I always like to. I'm a risk it or biscuit kind of guy. Captain, we discovered the reason for the abandonment. There's a nest of hostile alien creatures infesting the lower levels. They've driven off the crew. We managed to evade them and gathered all the food we could, which is actually quite a lot. Huzzah. All right. I'm going to say on the way over there, let's get this fuel on the way to this dilithium. Try to keep the crew from mutinying. And you know what? Let's build another crew quarters right here. Again, try to transition everybody away from emergency quarters that we can. Still got the one guy, poor Josh, sleeping in the corridor, cussing me out. Sensors detect a dense cloud of interstellar gas with an unusually high concentration of deuterium. All right, nebula scanning. It's our first time of running into nebula scanning. Nebula scanning is one of the top-tiered science things in the game, and it keeps telling me you need it. We're not getting nebula scanning until the game is almost over. I'm just telling you right now. But this is the first time it says, hey, you should get nebula scanning. All right, so we can deploy collector probes for safer, less efficient collection, or we can risk and maneuver Voyager into the cloud. and collect with the Bassard collectors. Again, this is going to give us a lot of stuff. High risk of failure. This is actually pretty safe, and you're getting most of it anyway. I would recommend the top one in this case. Okay, Captain, the collector probes have gathered a substantial amount of deuterium. And so we've almost topped off just with the safe collection. Okay, let's go to this. Small debris field. All right, waste assembler. Wasted assembler. By the way, the wasted assemblers are the toilet reclamators, which is something that is on space shuttles right now. It's actually really important. But yeah, Voyager apparently doesn't have one. Anyway, take the small debris field scattered across a wide area. The debris appears to be the remnants of a vessel. Maybe we can find something useful in there. Use the tractor beam to consolidate the debris for easier collection, or use the shuttle to aid the search. I mean, we have a right answer. Should we take it? All right, let's do it. Captain, there's a considerable amount of value in this debris. The shuttle's help, but sadly some parts are just too dangerous to recover. Okay. So at this point, we can stay and press our luck, but eventually the crew's going to start getting ticked off at us. I would get this duranium, because it's nearby. Maybe the food. But other than that, we need to get out of Dodge soon. And it's probably time to stop the stream, if I'm being honest. Crew quarters. All right. Let's turn off the power to that, so all the people will move. Okay, 3 people there. They can go here. So we can reclaim some of this soon. All right. I'm going to go ahead and build another battery right here, because I can. Okay. And morale is not great, because I still have 5 people injured. But when those people are healed, we should start seeing morale tick back up in the other direction. Okay. Well, the doctor is healing them. Yes, if the sick bay is turned on and the doctor is in there, the healing happens. All right. Or somebody. It doesn't have to be the doctor. Somebody's in there. Okay. This is uranium. We spent too much time in the system. Okay. We will lose 10 morale every cycle while we stay from here on out in the system. All right. So I have built these crew quarters. Turn off the power there. Let's take a look here. That one is cleared. Let's actually turn off the power here, if I'm being honest. Move those people. Okay, so we're down to 5 people. So let's demolish this. So we're gonna build another nice place over here. Okay, so let's get this stuff and get out of Dodge. Yeah, pretty much. All right, so shield generator level 2. Let's do that. All right, one of these. Oh my gosh, you don't have to stay in my lap. I love you, but you're not admitting this is not a good idea. Cat's like, I'm not leaving. All right, so from here, what do we need? So we can deploy standard mining probes to mine the resources, or use a precise phaser beam to mine resources in the cooling crust. This has a better yield, could potentially lead to hull damage. But I mean, our hull is max. It's worth it, totally. Let's do it. The phaser blast triggered a chain reaction in the unstable crust. The resulting eruption caused an energy surge that hit our ship. 40 hull damage. And we only got 18 resources. But I mean, as catastrophic failures go, that's a totally acceptable catastrophic failure. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to save right here. And we're going to pick this up tomorrow with Sector 3. All right. So good night, Noel.